Right now we're going to work on under, and I'd really like to work on name something, like mommy's shoe, daddy's, and I know she does that sometime, but she doesn't do it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I'd like it to be something that she does all the time. So right now, her default is one word, and I want her default to be 2 words. I see the light. And so to get her there, we have to give her a whole bunch of different ways that she could do 2 words. So she's got some 2 words, but they're not where she automatically goes. And so then once we get her to 2 words, then it's going to be 3 words. And then once we get to 3 words, then it kind of like takes off, and we've got like, you know, a whole bunch of language that's happening. So she's going to put herself into a little trance there. What we typically do is use some suggestions to kind of guide what we're doing, and then think of a whole bunch of different activities that can kind of get to that. So before it was like, okay, we're going to do this unit. This unit is farm. And we're going to do a whole bunch of farm stuff. Stay there, light.
I think you said stay there, bright light.
No, she just said stay there, light.
Okay.
But she does say bright light consistently.
bright
When I
light?
take her outside. She always wants to go outside when I get home at 5 something.
It's a light, you're right.
And I tell her,
Light. Light.
and I tell her it's bright outside, so I say bright light. And she'll repeat.
Well, you can't have bubbles, but I could give you possibly... do you want the bear? The bear on the bicycle?
Bear on the bike.
And so with most of my kids, the way that we'll use a chart like this, now I give you a couple different ones. This is one, but there are other ones. So the other 2 that I sent you were a different curriculum. And so she's kind of in between combinations and simple sentences. She's not really at simple sentences yet. This is for simple sentences, but we can kind of like dumb it down a little bit. Not dumbing it, but, you know, just making it more simplistic. But the same categories apply. And so that works really well. And I've done this many times with this one. But the other one is also a possibility, but she's kind of in between those 2 levels there. And so what you'd want to do is kind of look and see. So I gave you the 3 because I think that everybody finds something that kind of they like that matches their brain. Okay, so this matches my brain, partially because I've been doing it for a really long time. So when I think about a kid, I think about what are they doing for noun modifiers? What are they doing for this? What are they doing for that?
So that we know that we're hitting all of those components.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's just a way to kind of structure you. So what I tell my students is that if you don't have some kind of a guide, you're going to get lost, and you're going to miss things that you shouldn't be missing. Like, even though I've been doing this for 20-something years, if I don't have a guide, I'm going to get lost. I'm going to say, oh, whoopsie, we kind of forgot that. Oh, we can fix that. And so this is more of a tool than like a have to kind of a thing. It's kind of a guide, but...
Oh, now that I understand, I thought maybe you wanted us to track kind of what she's saying at home.
No.
And I thought, well, how am I going to do that?
So let me use Brooks for an example. Did I introduce you to the...
Yeah, he's cute.
Okay.
I met him.
So, oh, no, Quinn's doing that one, but you know what? You have other things that you can do. Hey, Quinn, if you want to play with that, I'm afraid you're going to have to go out in the hallway.
Yeah, honey, because Kira wants... Please go for a second. Go.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can stay. The only thing is that, like, if she was coming to your school and she was getting you distracted, then I would say, oh, Kira, knock it off. You can't do that because it's Quinn's learning time, right? And so if it's Kira's learning time and she gets distracted, then we have to stop whatever's making the distraction. Okay? Or you can go in the hallway. Whichever one you want to do. Okay? So, do you have a different toy that you'd like to play with? Like maybe the hot dog toy? It's pretty awesome. So for Brooks, we've been working on, he's just starting to do some kind of compound sentences like blah, 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 when, blah, 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 or blah, 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 and blah, 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 which he can do the ands. And he's starting to do some becauses, but he usually just does because on its own. He doesn't say blah, 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 because blah, blah, blah. But he's moving in that direction. But we've been working on a couple different ones, and we just build them into whatever our activities are. And we're waiting to see the magic day that he uses them. So at the very last day, I was getting ready to leave, and I ran into them. They were outside of the exhibit hall. And Brooks came walking up, and he said, I wanted an ice cream cone, but Mommy put me in timeout. I was like, I'm so pleased he used a butt sentence because he's never used a butt sentence. And then he did another one. He was hiding behind something. He says, I'm hiding, but you can't see me. And it's like, you know, all that work, but sometimes you don't get it when you're working on it. But it's just putting it in. But then now he's got butt. And so when I see him, we're not going to do butt because he's got butt. So we're done with butt. And we're going to move on to something else. And so that's the way that I use it. It's kind of like a guide, and it's something that I'm watching for in the back of my mind, that I'd like to see this thing happen, and when I see that thing happen, then I'm going to replace that area of our emphasis with something new and different. So for Kira, she's still working on vocabulary, but she's like a vocabulary maniac.
She gets it fast.
She really does get it fast. And she's got like really specific vocabulary, which is pretty unusual at this age. For her to know like elbow at this age is like, that's kind of unheard of. Oh, you're helping. Thank you, Quinn. That's so nice. Ready, set, go. All right to Daddy. Nice job. But
Ready,
like,
set,
I was really
go.
glad that you got to sit in on the move session.
That was a wonderful session.
So move is what I worked with Gene Move to set up Desert Voices. So that's a move together.
Yeah.
Okay, let it go now.